Musk has already stated that Starship SN8 will need to complete another Raptor static fire test, potentially with 1, 2, or 3 engines, before SpaceX will consider the rocket ready for its flight debut. Over the last few days, nasaspaceflight.com reporter Michael Baylor has noted on live streams that multiple more static fire tests are actually in order before SpaceX will attempt to launch Starship SN8. It's currently unclear what the purpose of those additional static fire tests is, given that SN8 has already completed a triple-engine Raptor static fire. In the 2 weeks since that milestone, however, SpaceX did take a major step forward, mating Starship SN8's nose section to create what is effectively the first full-scale functional prototype. Aside from 2 smaller forward flaps and attitude control system (ACS) cold gas thrusters, that nose section also contains a small secondary liquid oxygen tank, known as a header tank, meant to store a small amount of highly pressurized propellant to be used during Raptor re-entry and landing burns. Several months back, Musk revealed that Starship SN4 completed a static fire while only feeding on fuel, liquid methane, stored in the rocket's methane header tank, making it reasonable to assume that SpaceX wants to repeat a similar test with SN8. While using both fuel and oxidizer header tanks. For Starship SN8, those header tanks will be an irreplaceable necessity during the rocket's first attempted launch, free fall, flip maneuver, and landing. In a clear sign of preparation for a header tank-only static fire test, SpaceX appeared to successfully complete a cryogenic proof of Starship SN8's newly installed nose section and nose header tank on November 3, verifying that liquid nitrogen standing in for can be pumped more than 50 meters (165 feet) from Starship's launch mount to the tip of its nose to load said tank. How long will it take Starship to get to Mars? The trip takes around 7 months, a bit longer than astronauts currently stay on the International Space Station. The precise duration of each journey depends on when it is taken. Because both Mars and Earth's orbits are not perfectly circular, the time it takes to travel between them varies from 6 to 8 months. How much does Starship cost? One SpaceX Starship will cost about $5 million, as SpaceX will mass-produce nearly 100 in 2021. Each Starship and Super Heavy booster will cost less than about $40 million. The development costs of the competing space launch system have been about $40 billion. How much does a SpaceX flight cost? But what really sets SpaceX apart and has made it a magnet for controversy are its prices. As advertised on the company's website, a Falcon 9 launch costs an average of $57 million, which works out to less than $2,500 per pound to orbit. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss more videos of amazing technology that changed the world and much more. Check out the first link in the description. A playlist of my top tech videos of trending technology which changed the world, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.